were any Lithuanian war criminals brought to trial? Not by the Soviet Union, post? So
3 were put on trial, but the Lithuanians made sure that not a single one would serve a day in jail. Even though 2 of them were convicted, they passed 3 laws in their parliament that are absolutely absurd and that have never been passed in any parliament of any country in the world. So the first was that you can investigate a genocide suspect even if they're not medically fit. Then you can indict a genocide suspect even if they're not medically fit. Then you can have a trial with a hookup to a hospital bed. Now, none of them were required, obligated to even show up at the trials. I'll never forget, once I was at the trial of Alexandras Leleikis, who was the head of the Lithuanian security police in Vilna, whose men guarded the Vilna ghetto, preventing Lithuanians who might want to help, and there was some righteous Gentiles in Lithuania, and preventing people from escaping from the ghetto. And they were the ones who took the Jews to Ponar, this mass murder site of the Jews of Vilna. Had 100 men under his control. So he one time showed up at the trial, at his own trial. He was never forced to appear, actually. So instead of reading him the charge sheet, instead of reading him the indictment, they asked him, Mr. Leleikis, what do you have to say for yourself? He said, I did it all for my country. And he had a heart attack on the spot.
another example? I mean, that's just
No, so an even worse example was the case of Algimantas Dailida, who worked for Leleikis. He was under Leleikis. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, and the judges decided we're not implementing it because his wife is sick. His wife, not him.